Oh boy, it ain't easy being pretty, that's for sure. You guys are freaking out, I can tell. Some of you are thinking right now, oh my God, James, what in the hell are you thinking? Don't cut that engine block. And then other guys are going, oh hell yeah, do it, man. Do it. And you know me, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna grab a cutoff wheel and some glasses, and we're gonna cut that thing right off of there like we had good sense. Because why not? You know, we're this far. Where do you suppose all my glasses are at? I had a big stack up of them right here. Heck, these will work. Whew. These are close up ones, even for me. Okay. And I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking, James, what the hell are you doing? Put some rags in that oil pan. So you get that grinding shit in there. You're right. All right. All right. So, the problem being, I'm not able to cut all the way through it. Good news is, I was able to cut enough through there. Hell yeah. Now, we can just look and see if this will fit. If not, we're done. If so, we got to do a little research. Well, okay. I think that side might work. Bad news is this side's going to have to come off too. Yeah. Deeper though. It's going to have to come off deeper. Yeah, see, this comes out, that goes in. These two These two have the same same thing there, but this side, yeah, I could cut this. That would be easier than cutting this off. I could make this fit. Almost could even machine that bolt hole in it, you know, or I could just cut this off, cut it off right here. This is actually more of an ear, you know, so I could cut this off, knock it right off of there probably, or I can grind that. It actually cuts pretty nice. Okay. Okay, so it still has to go quite a bit. I don't think I can get that. So I think I'm gonna have to cut this. All right, so I'm gonna have to take it all the way out. And then that's probably going to crack. It's probably going to crack. This one's real close. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one's real close, like to the point of, I think we could get it. This one, it's still a finger width out, so we got to take that whole blurb off of there. I don't know if I can get it off all the way. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to get it or not. All right. I think this is the last try. Nope. Nope. It ain't gonna go. A lot of work for nothing, guys. I mean, I just don't think there's any way that I can make up for that. I don't know. I don't know. Looks like, you know, if I cut this off right here on both sides, I might do it. This is just ridiculous. This is not at all how I planned it, guys. Just so you know, I thought this was going to be a simple bell housing change with, you know, the new gasket or two and be done. This is not at all what I had planned.
I don't even know if I get it off.
All right, guys, so, man, I'm beat. That's it for me for tonight. So, let me just kind of run you down what I've been doing. The, all right, so can you see that thing? All right, so this thing, because this is a 12V92, it has a big cast iron pan that connects the two blocks together, and then it has a little oil pan under that, where the 6V92 has a tin oil pan. So that big piece that's a block stiffener actually bolts here on the stationary. Oh man, I'm burning up here. On the stationary mounts. So the block, that big cast iron piece down there, I've been just cutting pieces off of it until I can get this thing to fit. Now, I got this to fit. The only problem is the plate that goes between the engine and this has the backing for this, and there's nothing you can do about that. Now, had I been General Motors, I would have just made a bolt-off piece that went up right up against there, and, you know, bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. But because General Motors, in their infinite wisdom, decided to make, see, this one over here is a closed back. This one over here is an open back. Now, why that is a thing, I don't know. I got so much grinding dust in my lungs right now. And now, man, next time I ship, have a damn mask on, dying. So the thing is, I had to cut this off. I had to cut those big ears off. And I wasn't sure it was even going to fit. And then once I got the cover to fit, now I got to take the timing gears all off and change this back plate with this back plate over here. And all because General Motors, in their infinite wisdom, decided they were going to make this an open back instead of a blocked off back like this one. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense, and it creates a whole bunch of problems. I don't know why. That really pisses me off. Now I could take and cut that piece off and weld it to this piece. Or I could just take the timing gears all off, swap that plate around, which is dumb. Super dumb. Man, my sinuses are on fire. all that metal from that cast iron. All up in my sinuses. When I could have just put a mask on, I have them. I don't know why I didn't. I'm an idiot. I've got to take that whole timing apart just to change that one piece. Yeah, that sucks. Yep, otherwise I'd be done. If it wasn't for that, this hole right here, I'd be done. I'd be bolting that on right now with the new gasket, and I'd be laughing about it and be saying, "Oh man, that's so cool." So anyways, guys, you know, I say it all the time, but I really mean it. It ain't easy to be pretty. If it was easy, this would be the same and I'd be done. But now I got to do a major job to this. So I'm gonna have to talk to somebody who knows more than I do. We'll have to set the timing. We'll have to pull the gears off, change the plate, put the gears on. We got to do it twice. It isn't even a matter of just doing it once. We have to do it twice. Because we have to do it to this motor. What a pain in the ass that was. I watched Steve from FFC do it, and it is not going to be fun. So anyways, guys, that's it. I'm finished. I probably won't be able to get much else done while I'm home. Look up the timing, try and get that plate off, look at it before I tear this thing apart. It ain't easy being pretty. This is just another example of that. Okay, guys, so we got to spin this engine over. I've already done it 4 full revolutions. I have 1 of 4 left, I guess. We'll have to get R, arrow lined up so we can take this apart. So we can get this plate off and swap it. I've already got the 6V in time and ready. So we'll see what happens. And this engine's a lot to turn over. But we'll tend to that when we can. There's the 5th time around. R, nothing, R, arrows. There's 5. Hopefully we only got to turn it over 8. Seems like I turned the other one over 16. On the top of each one of these, and we'll take this lock plate off, and then we'll take and impact those off. Now the cams might turn, so that's why I'm going to mark them just to see which way they go. And so it'll be, I think we'll take this one off first and see what that cam does, and then we'll take this one off, and then we'll take this one off. This one here I think will come off over this gear, so I don't think we have to take this one off. I don't 100% know. That's what it looks like. I'm hoping that this gasket here on the other side, I don't even know if that is a gasket. It may not be. We'll see. So I'll bring it over there and we'll see if we can't take off the ones on the 6V. Now it's freezing cold out, but I don't have a jacket on because because I'm sweating my butt off. Okay. I was thinking I just had to swap that housing, but because the 12 and the 16V, they don't have provision for driven gear here or here. And so, you know, this back plate is different. And it's not this side, it's just this side. I don't know why they didn't make that bolt off. Like, you time it, pull this gear off, bolt that off, bolt it on, put this on. But that's not how they did it. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Goat Rodeo Central. This is going to be up. Okay, and then this is up, and this is up. That's actually got a number on it, so I'm going to look at it with my glasses on. It says 12X, so I'm going to punch it right in between the 1 and the 2. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so I marked them all as up. I don't know if that's going to do me any good, but we'll see. Okay, so before I take that off, I have to take these off because there's a lock right here. Okay, so this left gear has the smooth bolts and the lock washers. And the smooth plate. This right one has the marks on the bolts. No and this weird plate over the smooth plate. Oh, that's a drive gear for the compressor. All right, so now we're going to switch up. Well, we hope these are standard thread. Okay, so these gears go with this counterbalance up and the holes down. We'll remember that. I don't think we can pry these off. I think these are going to be puller. And so we'll get a puller to go in here, some fine bolts, and we'll just pull that gear off. don't think this balancer puller will get it. Nope, it's not quite big enough. Need a T-bar puller. I want to say I don't got one. All right, let's take a break and see if Chuck has one. So the bad thing is I started this major job before going out to work, and then I'm going to go out to work, and then I'm going to come back and try and remember how all of this stuff goes. And you know, that's going to suck. But we'll see what we can do. So we're going to take all these off. And now this is going to have a different bracket on it because this is going to drive the air compressor. So it's going to look a little bit different when we put it back on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a box over here, put this stuff in to keep it clean and kind of organized. All right, so these are just retainer plates to keep the nut from backing off. And then these nuts. Now what we don't want to do is we don't want to have anything move. So we're going to mark this crankshaft, and we're just going to put a mark right here. Okay, and that's just so we remember that this is up. We're not going to turn the crankshaft because if we do, bad things happen. What we are going to do is we're going to pull these top gears off. Now, remember it's RVR, arrow, RR. And I see something that I don't know what this goes to. I think it's just something off the... I'm going to put it in the box, but I don't know what it goes to. So if I watch this video, I'll be able to say, oh, I did that. And what we'll do when it comes time to put these gears back in, we'll have them heated up and I'll just slide them on rather than have to dink around with, you know, tapping them in. We'll get it all set up and ready to go, and then I'll just slide them on. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't really think you can. These gears, these cam gears, they have there's a keyway in the cam, but these are press fit, and so you got to use a puller to take the gears off. And there we go. There's one gear, and this is the left side. So we're gonna put that over there. Okay. All right. 2 pry bars. We take this out, take these off, pry these off, take out those bolts, take that off, slide that off, and then we can get that, loosen this up, and off that comes. Put that bolt in there, and then sometimes you just got to catch it with your feet. So this bearing, I'm not 100% sure of. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Is there a retainer that goes in there? I don't even remember, but we'll get a look at that. That came off nicer than the 6B did. These are a skosh longer, and you just stick your pry bar in there, and you pry those out. And this one is the right one, and this one is the left one. That one is being a little bit of a brat. Well, ain't that just interesting as can be? Pretty interesting. That doesn't sound good. We'll have to get a look at that. Get a look at that bushing. Doesn't look horrible. We'll get a look at her and see. It's got some grit in there. I'm not super cool about that. You see how this one's leaking, but this one's not. Leads me to believe might be a little bit of an oiling issue here. Could just be that I rolled it over enough for this side of the engine to prime and this side not to. Cam feels okay. I don't know if that bushing's all right or not, but we'll get a look in there. All right, so enough of that. We'll take this fitting out up here, and These cams didn't move. This one might have turned slightly, but we'll line that back up. They shouldn't be able to turn because I think there's gears on the other side, but that I don't know. So we'll get a look. Bought this screwdriver in 1990. All right, you guys watching this? So this is the blower drive up here, and okay, now that plate's off. All right, so I might be able to see. This should spin super free, and it does. Guess it doesn't do too bad. See it sucking that turbo? All right, so now I'm gonna contact a buddy for a little bit of technical support, and I'm gonna see if he ever uses anaerobic sealer on this plate. And if he does, I'm gonna scrape this all off and go get some, and then I'll lay a bead all up in here, and then I'll put this other plate on there. See. All right, I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a little bit and make a quick call. Well, all right, guys. So I talked to Brandon, and he said no, don't use the anaerobic sealant because he doesn't think we got the clearance for it. So we're going to wait for gaskets. So in the meantime, I think I'll put the 6V back together. And I don't know. I should put it back together just so I have something to look at when I go to put this back together. But I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So what I may do is I may just clean up tools, sweep the floor, lay parts out, get them organized like I have this, and just leave it for when I get home. But it was easier than I really gave it credit for. I got to run that puller back over to my cousin, but it worked out pretty good. As far as putting those gears back on, we'll get them up to about 300 degrees, and I'll just grab some gloves and slip it right on, and that'll be nice. And we're gonna find a new drive, the new drive adapter. It's really interesting that seals, but I guess it does. You push that in, and that seal clamps down on there, but whatever. Anyways, I won't keep rambling. We're gonna clean up this mess and be done, and we'll see you. Appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you.